2015 South Carolina AgriBiz and Farm Expo, and I'm here with Trish Duhond. She has been very involved in putting together this expo, but she's also the area agronomy agent with the Clemson Extension Service, and you're located in Darlington, South Carolina.
Yes,
correct?
I have Darlington, Chesterfield, and Marlborough counties,
Wonderful.
All in the great PD.
Do you have a lot of your people here?
Oh yeah, I like to see my farmers coming out to the expo and looking at the trade show and participating in the educational programs. We've had a lot of traffic today, and it's really nice to see everybody and answer their questions and help them find the classrooms and the exhibitors. We're really enjoying ourselves.
And how long does it take to put on one of these, or to plan putting on one of these expos?
Well, we'll probably take a break for a couple of weeks, and then we'll start planning for the 2016 Expo.
Wow.
Which will be January 13th and 14th, 2016. So we'll start right away.
And then you always keep it around that time. Is there a reason for that? Is that sort of a quieter season for the farmers?
Well, it's hard to plan anything that doesn't conflict with something else, but that just seems to fit right in after the Farm Bureau National Conference. And it's a good time, you know, before people get busy in the field and busy with all our other crop production meetings.
And given the numbers of attendees here, it looks like it has to be a great time to
It is. And actually, the bad weather actually helped us out because it's too wet to do anything out in the field. So it's time to sharpen the axe and come in and see all the innovations and get educated and make those connections with other people here.
Now, your work with this committee, or with this expo, is heading up or co-chairing the Committee on Education.
Yes, Dr. Steve Meadows and I co-chaired the Education Committee, and we had a lot of help from other extension folks and input from the people that attended last year so we could make it even better. And then I also helped a lot with publicizing and promoting the expo and all the educational programs.
Well, tell me first of all about the promotion. Where does this get out to the people that need to know about it?
Well, we do things with new technology and old technology. So we have social media, we have a website, we have word of mouth, we have brochures, posters, banners, rack cards, and just one-on-one encouraging people to participate.
And I've heard a number of people that have come out of a number of the mini conferences and the other educational sessions. What were the mini conferences this year?
Well, there were two. On Wednesday, we had the Agritourism mini conference, which was hosted by South Carolina Department of Agriculture. And then today, Thursday, we had the Small Farmer mini conference, which was hosted by the Clemson Institute for Economic and Community Development. And some of them were the same people, so there was some overlap, but both were very well attended. And it was a great place for people to make those connections with other people who are trying to accomplish the same goals.
And what were some of the things that you know of that came out of first of all, the agritourism conference?
Well, this is one thing that I saw come out of it, was a big sign for people to put up at their agritourism venue that was about a liability clause, so people could see that when they come on the farm to participate in our agritourism program. So that was something that that was a real takeaway.
It is a real takeaway. I wouldn't have thought of that.
And then the Small Farmer Conference, there was a lot of discussion about resources available to small farmers, new and beginning farmers, minorities, socially disadvantaged farmers. There was a lot of talk about, how to comply with state and federal regulations. So there was a lot of excellent information, things people need to know in order to be successful.
And later this afternoon, there'll be another session on crop cover.
Yeah, we're having a cover crop session, and we have Dr. Buzz Clute coming from University of South Carolina. So we welcome the Gamecocks as well to the South Carolina AgriBiz and Farm Expo. And he's going to talk about the benefits of improving soil health, and that involves using cover crops keep the soil covered year-round with a living plant, and that is always a benefit for pest management, soil health, nutrient management, and soil and water management.
Now, you've had this role in planning for the conference and the education role for a number of years now, and I'm wondering what you've seen in terms of the differences between the attendees last year and this year. Are you seeing some of the same people?
Some of the same people. We have some new exhibitors. We have some new farmers, young farmers coming in. We had a youth program, so we had a lot of high school students and 4-H students come through. So in our third year, we have learned from what we've done in the past, made improvements, kept the sessions from overlapping too much, and try to cover new and innovative and timely material that people want to know.
And do you get some ideas from the farmers in your area?
Sure, we get a lot of feedback. They let us know what they enjoyed, and then they let us know what they need to hear about more. And also, we have some certification programs that we cover in our educational sessions, and that includes confined animal manure management, pesticide credits, and certified crop advisor credits for some of our programs.
And does that connect back to any of the state agencies or the federal agencies in terms of these certifications?
Sure, because they're required to comply with certain regulations, and have two of those certifications are required and one is optional. So in order to be recertified, they need to get a certain amount of continuing education units. So we have that covered here at the Expo.
Now, going back to Darlington, where your office is, as the area agronomy agent, what is it that you do?
Well, we do educational programs, mostly in the winter time, so we're really just getting started with our winter ed programs. And so we have a cotton meeting, a peanut meeting, we might have a wheat meeting, and then we do that in the classroom, and they can come and get pesticide credits and eat barbecue and learn something about crop production and pest management. And then we also do troubleshooting in the field. So during the year when the crops are growing, if someone has a question, something's wrong with the crop, they're not sure what's wrong with it, we diagnose the problem. And then we give recommendations on how to fix that based on university research.
And in terms of the university research and getting that out to the farmer, the connections, how are they made?
Well, that's the job of Extension, to take research-based information from our experiment stations and to put it in a form that the farmer can use to be productive and profitable.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. It sounds like a big job and a lot of responsibility in terms of what needs to happen to ensure that we are complying with safety standards, and that we are also providing for the families,
right,
but that people are economically productive and are economically prosperous. And in terms of the financial training, is that something that is a part of the work that goes on with your group?
Yes, and right now we're going over the Farm Bill programs, and we are talking about the different programs that the farmers can sign up for under the new Farm Bill,
right,
and how the commodity market affects those decisions. That was one of our sessions today. And then we will also have programs on commodity marketing and how to use the marketing tools that we have available with Clemson Extension.
Okay. Well, and that is somewhat complicated,
yeah.
And there's some big decisions that individual farmers have to make in terms of the Farm Bill. So I'm sure it's very helpful for them to have someone in your role,
yes,
helping them out.
And we can help them with the classroom programs, and then we can also assist them on an individual basis with the Farm Bill decision-making tools that are available from other land-grant universities. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can use those tools that are already there and help the farmer, again, to be profitable.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Trish Duhond, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for what you do in terms of the education programs that come out of the 2015 AgriBiz and Farm Expo, but also what you do on a day-to-day basis back in the Darlington area.
Thank you, Donna, and it is important what we do. It's nice to be able to work with the farmers and to help them, and it is very enjoyable.
Wonderful. And I'm sure in fact, I've heard people say how enjoyable it is working with you. So
thank you very much.
I've been speaking with Trish Duhond. She is the County Extension Agent in Agriculture with Clemson University.